In this video, we are going to discuss about the isometric projection of a square pyramid that is being placed centrally over a hemisphere which is having its flat surface facing upwards. So, this is a special problem and a repeated university question that is being asked. So, firstly you are having a hemisphere and the dimension of the hemisphere is being given as 80 mm. Okay. So, at the top of the hemisphere we are having you are having the square pyramid. Okay. So, hemisphere is 80 mm, the top of the hemisphere you are having the square pyramid. So, what is the top view as well as front view of the hemisphere? As you know, hemisphere is a figure that you see in this video. Hemisphere can be placed either like this or like this. But in the question, it is clearly stated that the hemisphere is placed in the ground in such a way that the flat surface is facing upwards. So, this is the flat surface. So, it should be facing upwards. So, this is the correct way of considering the hemisphere. If in the question it is stated as the flat surface is facing downwards, then this has to be taken. So, considering this particular question, we have to consider this hemisphere. So, for this hemisphere, what will be the top view? The top view will be a circle. The top view will be a circle. Okay, and the front view. What will be the front view? The front view will be a semicircle that you see. Okay. So, in the front view you are seeing, when you are looking from here, you will be seeing a semicircle, in the top view you are seeing a circle. Meanwhile, for the square pyramid, you will be having the top view as a square. As it is a pyramid, you also need to draw the diagonals. Okay. And the front view for the square pyramid as usual will be a square pyramid, the top front view will be a triangle. So, with this you can start drawing the problem. So, the initial step is to go on with drawing the orthographic projection. So, initially you are drawing the top view of the hemisphere, which is a circle. After that you are drawing the front view of the hemisphere, which is a semicircle. The dimensions of the same are clearly specified in the question. This is 80 and this is 40. Okay. After completing that, the next step is to draw the top view of the square. As is the pyramid, you have to draw the diagonals. Then the front view of the square pyramid, which is a triangle. So, this length is 60 mm as the height is stated as 60 mm, and the square dimension is being given as 40 mm. So, this is 40 mm. So, after doing that, you have to name it as 1, 2, 3, 4 as usual, and this has to be named as 5, 6, 7, 8. After completing that, you have to start drawing the isometric view. So, how you have to draw the isometric view? Firstly, you are drawing a horizontal line. You have to take 30-degree lines towards the left and towards the right. Then you have to take the measurement by using a compass in order to trace out 1, 2 as well as 1, 4. Before doing that, we know that in the question it is stated that it is isometric projection. As it is isometric projection, it is mandatory that you have to draw the isometric scale. So, it is important that you have to draw the isometric scale, and also you have to write isometric scale after drawing the scale. You have to name it as isometric scale. Okay. So, in the isometric scale, you have to take any 2 or 3 measurements, and rest of the measurements can be multiplied by the value which is 0.816. So, you have to take the measurement 1, 2 from the square that is being drawn in the orthographic projection, and then you have to multiply it by 0.816. Then you have to take this measurement. Similarly, for all the other points, and then you can complete the square 1, 2, 3, 4. After completing the square 1, 2, 3, 4, you have to draw the ellipse in the method that is being specified earlier. After doing that, how you can complete the hemisphere? For completing the hemisphere, you have to take the measurement with this point as center and with this much as radius, with the end point of the ellipse as radius. Okay, with this point as center and this end point as radius, you have to draw the semicircle. So, this is the way. With this center, you have to complete the semicircle till this point. Okay. So, you have to start from this point. Okay. So, with that the elliptical path or the hemisphere isometric view of the hemisphere is being complete. And after that you have to draw 5, 6, 7, 8 inside the square 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same procedures that was explained in the previous videos. After completing that, you have to take the measurement of the height from the center point of the square. The height in the question is being stated clearly, which is 60 mm for the square pyramid. So, from this point you have to take 60 mm vertically. Once you have reached the particular point, you have to join from that point towards 8 as well as 6. Okay. Then it is complete, and the next point is to ensure that the inside points, the inner points of the hemisphere has been marked by using dotted line. So, this portion is to be marked by using dotted line, as well as this portion is also to be marked by using dotted lines. So, that is how the isometric projection of the hemisphere and the square pyramid is being drawn. So, it is very important that you have to clearly identify whether in the question you are asked to draw the isometric view or the projection. If it is isometric projection, then you have to 100% draw by using an isometric scale. By using an isometric scale, you have to denote 2 or 3 dimensions. All the other dimensions can be taken by multiplying it by using a proportionate value, which is 0.816. Thank you.